everyone. Welcome to the Estahoka Ranch and Farm Day here with Camp I Am Special. All right, did y'all want to? 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Ameris Bank. Ameris Bank is sponsoring the week of Camp I Am, or the month of Camp I Am Special this month. So thank you so much for that. Another reminder we wanted to let everybody know is to look at the camp website for the opportunity to buy a camp shirt this week. This summer, so that you can have your summer camp shirt. Go to the website and download the form and submit it, and everybody needs their camp shirt. All right, so welcome to the farm. We're going to learn a lot of different things today. What are we looking at as far as participants? How many participants do we have?
10. 11.
10. 11. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to learn a couple of different things today here on the farm. We're going to learn about what it takes to run a farm. We're going to learn about the different types of food that the animals eat and what kind of things the animals provide for us here at the farm. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and Miss Anna will let us know what your questions are, and we'll try to answer them. So my name is Joy. This is Joey. This is Anthony, Elena, and Olivia. So we have lots of helpers here today on the farm, and there's lots of work to do. So I guess let's get started.
All right.
Anthony, what do you want to start with?
The kids can check the eggs and see if we got any eggs this morning. Y'all want to go in there?
Ooh.
You want to check the eggs?
Check the feed and see what all they got to do.
Are y'all going on the back side? I guess so. Yeah. Or do you want to go?
Yep.
And hey to,
in there. Y'all can go in there and get the feed.
say hey to Polly and Ashley. Hey Polly and Ashley. The rooster says hello to you.
Come on, guys.
So we're going to actually go into the barn, and we have a back door that we can look to see if the chickens have any eggs. So that's one of the things that the chickens provide for us here at the farm, is they make eggs so that we can have yummy breakfasts.
Eggs.
Woohoo!
Right.
Hold them.
They eat a lot of bugs too, so.
Cool.
Look, 2 eggs. Yeah, we're getting about 3 or 4 eggs every day. So they're still working. What do you like in it?
I like scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, the best scrambled eggs.
I think my mom does.
Awesome.
Woohoo.
Good job, Mom.
You want to show them some of the feed these guys?
So all the animals on the farm, they need food, shelter, and water, along with the food that they eat. We keep it here in these, stay out of it. This one is mesh. So this types of
And grain in it for the egg layers. It helps them produce eggs.
the other thing the chickens, all of our treats. So the other things the chickens like are, it's cracked corn. So it's just dried up corn that's cracked. Give them some of that today, so y'all get to see how much they love this cracked corn.
And this is oyster shell. Mix this in with the layer crumble. It's ground up oyster shells, and it helps to strengthen the shells of the eggs. So we mix this in just a couple handfuls into that layer crumble mash, and then feed that to them every day. They basically have a constant supply of that.
So it keeps the eggshell nice and strong. Okay.
They got some scratch and stuff, the kids.
Yeah, I have the scratch over there. So this is our hay barn. It keeps the food for the chickens. It also keeps the food for the cows. So there's some hay for when the cows don't have a lot of grass in the winter. It gives us the opportunity to store it in here and keep it dry. So, all right, y'all want to go throw some scratch to the chickens?
Yeah.
All right, let's go do that.
You have an egg, Joey? Let's see the egg.
I do see some eggs, Mama.
but we already have some scratch out here. I showed you the corn that they like,
Yeah.
the cracked corn. If you'll take a little handful and you can just throw it into the hens in there.
Here, Mom.
There you go.
Ooh, they're excited.
Do they just always? He's behind me.
Yeah, well, they come out of we let them out of the pen some days. Because another thing that chickens are good for, do y'all know what they like to eat other than the
Bugs.
They love bugs. So that's another good benefit of the chickens is they clean up a lot of the bugs out here. And that helps us a lot and helps the cows a lot because the cows don't really care for flying bugs. So.
You want to throw these roosters behind you? They like that scratch too.
Yeah, we have a couple roosters out here.
That is pretty. The big one.
There we go. Oh, he likes the scratch too. That's not your snack, buddy.
Who is that?
This is our star performer here, right here. This is Yoda. He is our baby whose mom wasn't able to give him a lot of milk, so we help feed him using a bottle. So he is a bottle baby. He's a calf. He's about 13 weeks old, and he's a lot of fun to be around.
Baby Peppa.
Here, you want to go
Go
feed
get
them?
the food.
Go ahead.
Here. So you want to throw?
Come here. Let's feed these little chickens over here.
You want to grab the baby?
You grab it and throw it in there, and they'll eat it.
See it?
Throw it. See, look. They come and eat it. Look. Do it again. This is just corn.
See how they scratch the ground? I don't know if that's why it's called scratch, but. All right. All right, so that's the chickens. Do we have any questions, Anna, about any of the chickens or?
No. Yeah. Anyone have questions or anything you really want to see?
Where's that brush at?
Rebecca said, "Thanks for doing this. We're learning so much."
Oh, awesome. Anytime. We love camp. So this is the week we were supposed to be at camp. So it's really cool that we get to be involved, even though we're all celebrating camp at home. The one thing I talked about, food, shelter, and water for all the animals. So you have seen the shelter for the chickens. Also, they have water that's in that white and red container. So that has water in it. And then the green container as well. But the container in the far corner is where we keep their scratch. So their layer mesh. So that's constantly over there. We keep it full all the time. They have food available all day long. But they do like this special treat. All right, so the next animal we want to talk about is Yoda. He's our bottle baby. He's the one who's being fed by us. So Yoda eats several different things. He drinks his milk, just like we all did when we were
You can
babies.
tell he likes it.
Do you want to feed him?
I want to try.
He pulls a little bit because he's trying to pull like he's pulling on his mom. Just keep it off to this side.
He is excited.
It's heavy.
You just, as long as you don't stick it where in your stomach there, because sometimes he'll push up and it'll like push against you.
Did you want to
You
try
got
to
the
feed him,
feed?
Joe?
You got
wanna
that
try?
other feed for him?
It's kind of heavy.
No, I didn't.
Just to show, or you want me to go get it?
You can. The blue container's behind me.
Can you go get him from the chassis?
How often do you have to feed him?
So he gets fed 2 times a day. He usually gets fed first thing in the morning and then in the evening. He drinks 2 quarts every time, so that's a lot of milk.
Wow.
He's a big. He also eats other types of feed, and we're going to show you that in a little bit. So we feed him the milk, and we also give him what's called a calf starter that helps his stomach develop so he can eat grass better as an adult cow. But the other thing he eats is grass. He loves grass, and he eats grass, and he eats grass, and he eats grass. So that's what cows love the best, is some fresh grass. Olivia, do you eat grass?
Once I did.
You did try it? How's it taste? She said, yeah. So,
most of these other calves that we have, you know, they still are nursing on their mom. They get milk from their mom all throughout the day. So they have an advantage where he doesn't. So we have to check on him every day. One of us does. And we're what's considered a cow-calf production farm. We raise and sell the calves and the yearlings. And we produce beef for a lot of people here in the southeast. We keep the mama cows and the bull, and then the babies go to the sale when they get old enough, and they're either going to be the heifers, or the little girls become replacement heifers and replacement cows to basically be moms later on in life. And then the little bull calves will become a steer, and then they will eventually be fed out, most of them, and then and they are slaughtered later on, about 24 months to 36 months old.
So they're what provide us with hamburgers and
All kind of
roast.
all kind of. I mean, there's nothing that goes to waste on cattle. You know, they produce leather for belts and shoes and baseballs, and a lot of byproducts too that's ground up. Some of it's maybe in cat or dog food. Some of it's also in other types of medicine and stuff, and cosmetics like makeup and stuff like that.
So we've talked about the food that the baby eats. You can see he has shelter here. He has water, fresh water all the time. And the thing that he provides for us, like we've talked about, is one day he could help us with eating. But some cows also produce and are used for milk. So we don't have any of those. They're called dairy cows. So that's another reason that a farm would have a cow, so that they could get milk from the cow. What kind of things do you like to eat with milk on it? Cereal? Cereal. So we all love cereal, and that's a good thing to know, is that without the cows you wouldn't be able to have milk on your cereal. Oh, so we have this is the calf feed I mentioned earlier. So this is the feed that helps him develop his stomach so he can digest his grass and things. So we're going to go ahead and feed him some of this over in his stall.
Hey guys, Miss Becca's on. You say hey, Miss Becca?
So this is his shelter area. This is his stall, and I'm gonna put his feed in his little bucket, and there he goes. So he eats a lot.
Wow. You drink that whole bottle of milk too?
Yep. And that's a quart of feed also. So he had 2 quarts of milk and 1 quart of feed.
Joey tried to eat grass.
How'd that go?
I had to take it out of his mouth.
So we have some bigger cows here on the farm, and we're gonna actually call them up so that they can come and eat too. So most cows, Olivia, what do cows eat all day long?
Grass.
They eat grass, right? Yeah. So we have some other things that they like to eat. We call them range cubes. They have protein and different types of grains and stuff in it, and they really like it. So we're gonna call them up for a little snack. It'll take them a minute to get here, but there's 17 of them, so it'll be fun to watch them eat their little snacks. So you ready?
There should be, and then there's the water.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about water. Yeah.
They can fill that part.
Lost our helpers for the water that I said. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up.
Cool.
You want to go in the chicken?
Oh, we could, yeah. Trisha's on.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
Trish.
Trisha.
I don't know how to get to where you see everyone.
There's 6 people watching. No? Your viewers, no viewers. Okay.
Whoa! Someone just cock-a-doodle-dooed.
I think that roosters only crow in the morning, but they crow all day.
Hey, and Scotty is watching.
Welcome to
Chicken doesn't know how to get out.
Oh, there's one in the corner laying an egg. So,
Ooh!
or she just got up because she heard us.
That's the one that lays the eggs in the corner.
So I don't know if y'all heard Farmer Anthony, but he just hollered and the cows are starting to moo. So they know what that means when they hear him holler. Sorry, that's water. I'm gonna fill up their water.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Do you guys know any songs about farms? Old MacDonald. Oh, can you see the cows?
Old MacDonald had a rooster, E-I-E-I-O. With a cock-a-doodle-doo, and a cock-a-doodle-doo, a weird cock-a-doodle-doo-doo.
Come the cows. They are excited.
And his name is Yoda. E-I-E-I-O. And a moo moo deer and a moo moo deer. I'll be real moo moo.
It's a cow parade. Listen to them.
There's a herd of Kiwi cows. There's a herd of Kiwi cows. That says yes.
They're mooing for you.
So they're funny because they look like they have earrings. All of them do. Those in their ear, it doesn't hurt them. It's just like us having earrings. But oh, this is Coco. Hey, Coco. Hey, Coco. So they have one tag that helps us identify which cow they are, so we can keep track of who's had a baby and things like that. The other tag. The other tag helps keep flies off them. So whenever they have flies on them, they swat their tails a lot, and that uses a lot of their energy. It uses a lot of their energy swatting their tails. So we keep a tag on them to help prevent the flies from being on them.
Look at the mommy and the baby. Do you know which ones those are?
Oh, that is Sissy. The mom is Sissy, and that's her baby girl.
You know where the ones you named are?
I'd have to look back at the pictures of the names. So Joey, why do you think they're mooing?
I think they all want food.
That's right. So when you're hungry at home, you call to your mom, you say, Mom, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. So that's how they let us know that they're ready to eat. They're saying, open the door. The reason why we're waiting, do you know why we're waiting? Olivia?
Because we have to wait for every cow to be.
Yeah. Wait for the other ones to catch up. That way the little ones can also get some of the snacks also. We try to make it fair. This is a fair farm.
The bull's sitting out there. He don't know what to think. He's got some. They can tell when there's somebody new or new people around. They're not used to seeing every day. They're a little leery sometimes.
Yeah, so our bull, he's not wanting to come in because he knows that there's a lot of people here and he's kind of shy. So he's staying out in the field. But these are all female cows, and they're ready to eat some snacks.
They're brave, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey, back up.
It says rolling shoes and hats
Back
are
up.
two
Back up.
wheat cows. No,
Back up. Hey.
Stampede!
it's like Easter. Mommy, it's like Easter.
Goodness gracious.
So we keep multiple, we call them bunk feeders, so we keep multiple of those so they each get a chance. We have 2 in this area here, and then we have a big one in the far She said, wait for me. So we have one in the far area over there, they can still get in there, and we have some little buckets here and there. That way the little ones can get plenty of feed and they all get some snacks and some treats. Here comes the bull.
Ooh, he's a big one.
His name's Dozer, like a bulldozer, get it?
Ah. Look at Dozer.
So these cows, this is they eat grass. They also have the snacks that they get. They have hay for the winter time. That's the food they eat. The water, we have fresh water in there's some big barrel containers. There's a silver one right there by the barn. We keep fresh water in there all the time. And then their shelter is the trees, actually. They like being under the big oak trees. We have probably 8 or 9 oak trees out in the field that they like to lay under and take a break during the day when it's too hot. So that's their shelter. Here's the baby right here. That's the brand new one.
Oh.
See how cute he is?
There's some over there eating too.
So other animals we have on the farm, but they're not over here. They're up by the house. We have 2 dogs. The dogs, they eat dog food. They drink fresh water, and their shelter is they have a dog house up by the house. But the purpose they provide for us here at the farm is they let us know if somebody's come, to the house by barking. They also keep they're like our friends, so they give us some friendship. And one of our dogs is actually a cattle dog, so she by nature likes to be around cows and likes to help put them help get them where they need to go. So she'll actually round them up. We're not going to do that today because it gets a little exciting, but her name is Cowgirl. So we also have a cat. We have a farm cat. His job, his name is Heathrow. His job is to keep any of if there's any field mice or anything that come up here, any rodents that might be trying to get into the animal's feed, he keeps them away. So that's his job. It's kind of like the Farmer in the Dell, the whole song where they take the cat and dog and the cheese, and we've got all the different farm animals here. Do we have any questions at all?
Yeah, anyone have a question? Hey, do you guys have any questions?
So I can tell you something kind of neat about the mama cows. So Anthony talked earlier about how these babies, their mommies have been feeding them and stuff. The other thing their mommies do is they groom them. So by grooming them, it's just like the cats and dogs where the mommies lick them and clean them up and stuff. It's kind of like when your mom brushes your hair or something. And so these calves get groomed by their mom. The baby that we have up there, he doesn't get groomed by his mom, so we have a special brush that we use to brush him and try to keep him clean and taken care of. So. Olivia, do you have any questions? Lainey?
Do you have a favorite cow?
Do you have, well, other than the baby?
The baby.
Do you have a favorite cow?
I like all of them.
So Coco came up earlier and let me pet her. She's kind of our favorite a little bit. She is a dairy cow. I said we don't have any, but she's a mix of a dairy cow and a beef cow. So, but she's pretty friendly, but she's a big animal, so I try not to get too close to her. You know, we just have to be careful and cautious. So. That's where I wear boots out here, just in case one of them, they don't try to hurt me, but if they step on my foot, I make sure I have boots on to protect me. And
they're big animals, and you got to have a way. Like this is what we call the corral. This is where we work them. If we have to do any doctoring or one's sick, we can contain them in here and take care of them. So you got to have facilities to be able to catch these animals. They don't just sit still for you. You can't put a leash on them or anything because they're pretty big.
So I think that's all we have for the farm. If anybody has any questions or
Requests?
can you think of anything else, Lainey? So Lainey does a lot on our farm. Lainey's 13 and she helps out with the baby a lot and feeding the chickens.
There's a lot of wild animals that live here too.
Oh, rabbits.
I mean, rabbits, deer, quail, and they make this their home as well because they're not really being disturbed. You know, they just have the woods and the pasture to just live their natural life. So.
Yep, so if you get the chance to come out to the farm, come on out to the farm and take an opportunity to meet some of the animals. Do y'all have your sign? I want to take a second again to remind everybody, first of all, I want to thank Camp I'm Special for being around for so long and being an awesome ministry. And to remind everybody to log on and order your camp t-shirts, help support camp. And one more reminder, we want to thank, who do we want to thank? Ameris Bank for sponsoring Camp I'm Special. Thank you so much, and y'all have a blessed weekend.